So, good day para sa inyo, no? So, medyo matagal-tagal tayo hindi nagkita. Anyway, so we will continue with the discussion regarding the chapter 2. So, the last topic would be a couple. Okay? So, we have already have the resultant. Nag-moment na tayo about the point. Nag-moment na tayo about the line. This time, we will be having here what you call the couple. Yung couple, para lang din siyang moment, ano? Kaya lang, this time, it is called by a definition. So, ano yung definition niya? So, it is a two parallel, non-collinear forces that are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Okay, so paano siya? Example, we have here a force. No? So, maglalagay ako ng isang force na pag ganun. Okay. And then, dapat lagi siyang may kapares. Okay. Kasi pag sinabi natin couple, it's purely moment, no? So, wala tayong force. So, kung ano yung magnitude nito, let's say we call it as magnitude F. Okay. Dapat equal silang dalawa. Para kapag nag-summation tayo ng forces horizontal, okay, so equal to 0. However, it should be separated by a distance. Okay? Yung distance na yon, it is the 90-degree distance between each other. Okay? So, yun yung kanyang distance D. Okay? So, yung couple natin, okay, that is just equals to force multiplied it by the distance. Okay? So, it means this figure, okay, pwede natin siyang palitan ng couple C, which is equals to force times a distance. Kung paano umiikot, okay? So, ito iikot to clockwise manner, so ganun din yung pag-ikot ng couple dito. Okay? And it follows again the right thumb rule. Okay? So, for example, ito yung axis ko. Okay? Tapos, okay, meron akong couple. Okay? Kung paano siya iikot, for example, ito yung pag-ikot ko, it follows the right thumb. Okay? So, paano yung right thumb nga natin? So, ayan, no? Parang nandoon. Okay? Nandito yung right thumb ko. Sorry kung pangit. Ayan. Tapos, pag ganun yung ikot ng inyong daliri, ano? So, pag ganyan yung ikot ng daliri mo. So, pag ganun, ay, ang pangit. Kakaintindihan na tayo doon, ano? Okay, so, for example, ito siya. Tapos, pag ganun yung ikot, okay? So, dapat yung ikot niya, pag ganun din. So, right thumb. So, ganito yung direction mo. Okay? So, kung i-represent ko siya by a two-headed arrow, dapat pag ganyan yung aking direction. Okay? So, again, the two-headed arrow signifies a couple. Okay? Or a moment. Now, okay, balik tayo dito by the definition. So, moment of a couple about the point. Okay. So, yung moment ng couple, para lang ka ding nagmo-moment. Okay? Kasi ang pwede mong gawin, kung equal naman silang dalawa, para ka lang magmo-moment dito, no? So, it seems like nagmo-moment ka lang doon. So, meron kang force and then multiply it by distance. As simple as that. So, para ka lang nagmo-moment. Okay, however, okay, ay, nasa na siya? Oops. Ay, couple. So, moment of a couple about the point. Yan. Ngayon, mayroon tayong equivalent. So, sinabi ko nga kanina, dapat, ayan, parang mga itong dalawa, they are all, tawagin na nating parallel. Okay, so meron ka 100 pounds directed to the positive y, so meron ka ring 100 pounds directed to the negative y. They are separated by distance d, which is the 2 feet. Okay, so pag multiply natin, so you have here 200 pounds. Okay? So, ayan. Let me ask you, okay? Paano yung direction ng z ko dyan? On this part. Okay, so ilagay ko, ano natin, ilagay ko dun sa, okay, oops, okay, okay, so wait, mag-new na lang ako. Okay, so ito yung couple ko eh. Okay. Question ko muna, paano kaya yung direction ng z ko dyan? It should be on this one or it should be on this one. Okay. So, it should always be this one. Bakit? Again, it should always follow the right thumb rule. So, kapag X cross Y ako, X times Y ako. So, dapat paganto yung direction ng Z ko. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dito manggagaling yung pinaka, ano ko. Okay? Ang hirap pag wala talaga, pag online talaga. Okay? So, kumbaga, nakaganto yung aking right thumb. Okay? Tapos, iikot siya ng pagganon. Okay? So, pag ganon. So, magmumula siya sa X, papunta sa Y. Kaya yung right thumb ko nandito dapat yung Y mo. Okay? I hope we are clear on that. Okay? So, lalagyan ko na ng direction. So, we will be having here Z. Okay? Again, yung couple natin, pwede kong i-reduce. So, pag nag-summation ako ng forces about Y, so 0 siya. Pero it could be reduced by 200 pounds. Iikot siya on the Z direction on this manner na meron kang 200 excuse me 200 pound feet. Okay? Ngayon, kung ilalagay ko to sa couple, so that would become equal to, since it is on the right thumb and positive, so you will be having here 0i plus 0j plus 200 and k. Okay, so yung 200 ko, that is a couple about the z-axis. So you have here 200k. Okay? Same thing with this one. So pag ito yung z ko, so 200 times 1. So again, that is 200k. Okay? So ito, ganun din, 100 times 2. So again, 200. So lahat sila is 200k. Okay? What we are trying to say is, iisa lang yung value natin, which is 200k, pero maraming possible representation yung couple. As long as it comprises two forces that are parallel and they are separated by a certain distance, and their product is the same, and then that represents the couple itself. Okay? So, 3 figures, and then you have here different same couple. Okay? Kung papansin niyo, kung lahat ng forces natin, okay, ng couples that comprises couples lies on the XY axis. Ayan. Ito yung XY axis ko. So, it's either the force is parallel to the Y, kagaya nito, parallel to the Y, or the forces are parallel to the X. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, nandun sila sa plane ng XY. Okay? Bakit naging XY? Kasi ito yung D nito, parallel naman sa Y. Yung D niyan, parallel sa Y. Yung force ko, parallel sa X. So, X and Y. Okay? Pag product natin yung X cross Y, ang lalabas is the Z. Tama ba ako? Okay, so ito, parallel yung force natin sa Y, pero yung distance nila is on the X. So, again, X cross Y equals to Z. Same thing doon. Ganun yung kinalalabasan. Okay? So, that is a representation. So, changing magnitude F, pwede ka mag-change. Pag nag-change tayo ng magnitude F, technically, dapat mag-change din yung ating distance. Okay? Basta, dapat maging constant yung product ng FD para magkaroon tayo ng equivalent na couple. Okay? So, ayan. Same thing lang yan. So, pwede kang magpalit. Okay? Aside from the forces, kung mapapansin natin, kasi sabi ko nga, this 3 lies on the XY plane. Kung papansin ninyo, ito yung X and Y. Ayun yung X and Y din sa dulo. Ang ginawa niya, instead na nasa likod ng box, inilipat niya sa harap. Okay lang. Sabi ko nga, as long as the force lies on the Y, and then the distance is on the X, or in short, the forces lies on the X and Y axis, they could be equivalent. Okay? Kasi ito, kahit naman nandun siya sa likod, nasa gitna pa yan, nasa harap pa yan, yung couple niya, again, it will just rotate about the z-axis. Okay? So, same lang din silang dalawa. So, ayan, yung notation and methodology natin. Okay? Nabanggit ko na kanina, for example, this one, 600 times 3. So that's 1,800. And then that is on the counterclockwise. So, ito siya. Counterclockwise. Ito yung Z natin. Ayan, 1,800k. Okay? So, ito yung vector representation natin. Okay? So, again, kapag ang ikot is nasa X, that would be I. Kapag ang ikot ay nasa Y, that would be J. Okay? So, paano siya magre-resolve? An addition and the resolution of couples. Okay? So, una, yung addition, para lang din siyang force. Ang gagawin lang natin, we need to write the couple, each couple into vector representation, tapos ipag-a-add natin yung I, J, and K para lang din sa force. Okay? As well as kung paano natin kumuha yung couple. Okay, so for example, kinukuha natin yung component ng couple about the certain line. Same thing yung ginagawa natin sa force. Kung paano tayo kumukuha ng component about the line, which is nagda-dot product tayo, ganun din ang gagawin natin. Okay, so parang ito. So yung dot product natin, ginagamit natin again to get the component of a certain force or a certain couple on a line. Okay? So para mas maintindihan natin, let's have it this one. Okay? So, ika-copy ko muna para meron tayo. So, we will be having here this one. Okay. So, new tayo. New. Okay, sample problem. 2.7. And then, lagay natin yung figure. Okay. Yan. Okay. So, for the couple shown, determine 1, the corresponding couple vector, and 2, the moment of the couple about the axis GH. Okay, so, yun. So, meron tayong GH. First is, gawin muna natin by, sabihin natin, scalar method. Okay, scalar method natin, kasi kitang-kita na natin yung couple dito, no? Okay, yung couple natin dito. So, couple natin dyan, that is just equal to 100 kilonewton. Okay, and then multiply natin by 600. Gawin natin kilonewton meter. So, we'll multiply it by 6 meter. So, that is around 60, no? 0.6. So, that's around 60 kilonewton meter. Okay? So, yun yung couple mo. Okay? Ang problema natin, scalar yung quantity niya. Ibig sabihin, wala tayong direction. Okay. Kung mapapansin natin, yung 100 kilonewton natin lies parang kung bubuuin natin. Okay. Parang meron akong box dito eh. Okay. Yan. Parang merong box doon. Okay. Tapos, parang kinat siya sa pinakagitna. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, yung pinaka-couple natin, okay, para siyang umiikot ng paganon dun sa pinaka-plane, okay, sa pinaka-plane. Kumbaga, kung ito yung plane nun, okay, kung ito yung plane nun, umiikot siya ng paganon dun. Okay? Hindi natin alam kung ano yung direction nun. Okay? However, kung titingnan ko sa front view, okay, so, tingnan natin sa front view, no? Okay, so this is your Y direction. This is your Z direction. Tapos, ito yung point A ko, somewhere here. And then, ito yung aking point B. Okay? At ang distance nun, it's around 300 mm. Okay? And then, this is around 400 mm. Okay? And then, ito yung aking ay, napakapangit. Wait, I'll try to find the ruler. Pwede na ito. Okay. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-diagonal, yung line AB. Assuming na yan. Okay. Now, meron tayo dong slope. Okay, so paano natin kukunin yung slope? Ito rin yun, yung 300 and then 400. Kaya lang, they are both divisible by 100 naman, ano? So, gawin ko na lang 3, 4. And then, of course, the hypotenuse nung maliit na triangle na yun is around 5. Okay? Sabi natin, yung couple natin, okay, is the axis of the couple should be perpendicular, no? So, kumbaga yung axis ng couple natin, pag ganun, okay, ito yung axis niya, and then it should be 90 degrees from the surface, okay? Now, if that is the case, and then, this one, babalik ta rin ko lang yung dalawa, no? if the plane or if an axis is perpendicular to a certain plane like the AB, and then that axis have a reverse slope. So in short, ito yung magiging 4 ko, yung dating horizontal magiging yung dating vertical magiging horizontal, yung dating horizontal magiging vertical. So ito na yung magiging 5. Okay? Now, wala akong Z direction, no? So, ang meron lang ako, if I'm going to have that, para akong kumukuha ng axis. So, I will be having here the CY. Okay? So, you will be having here the CY equals to 60 kilonewton meter. Okay? And then, multiply ka by the horizontal component. So, ito yung horizontal component niya, yung 3 which is parallel to the Y. So, you will be having here 3 all over 5. Okay, so that would become equal to 60 multiplied by 3 all over 5, or that is around 36. And since this is Y, this would become J. Okay, and then you will be having here the CZ. So ang Z natin, that is parallel to the Z axis, so that would be 60 kilonewton meter, and then multiply it by 4 all over 5. Okay, so you will be having here 4 all over 5, or that's around 48. And again, this is Z, so you will be having here the K. So yung aking C, that would become equal to 0I plus 36J, and then plus 48K. Okay, so this is now the answer for the representation of the couple, corresponding couple vector. Okay, that is the first thing na pwede natin gawin. Okay, second, ang pwede kong gawin, para lang akong magmo-moment. Anyway, sabi ko nga kanina, yung couple, pwede kang mag-moment at any point. Okay, so mag-moment ako at point B gamit tong 100 kilonewton. Okay, na point D. Kaya lang, eto, tatawagin ko siyang F. Para makapag-moment tayo, kailangan alam natin yung vector representation ng force F. Okay? So, representation of force F. Okay? Yan. Kung papansinin natin yung representation ng force F, okay, pwede kang gumamit ng yung ginagawa natin, yung by coordinates, walang problema. Okay? Pero kung papansinin nyo, para lang siyang, okay, again, para lang siyang triangle, na meron ako dong 3, 4, 5, and then the slope. Okay? So, yung force ko, wala ulit sa Z. Okay? So, meron akong 100 kilonewton. So, yung Fx ko, again, 0. Kasi wala naman akong parallel dun sa X. However, yung Fy ko, okay, dahil pa ganun yung force ko, okay, then, yung aking Fy, paganto. So, that is your Fy. And that is against to the positive axis of the y-axis. So, you will be having here negative. So, negative 100 kilonewton. And then, that is the horizontal component. So, that is 4 all over 5. Okay? So, that is 100 times 4 all over 5. Okay? So, that's around 80. Kaya lang negative. So, 0i. And then, that is j. For the Z, so again, ayun, pataas na siya. Okay? Pag ganun kasi, parang pag ganyan kasi yun eh. Okay? So, you will be having here positive 100, multiply it by 3 all over 5. Okay? So, 100 multiplied it by 3 all over 5. So, that's around 60K. Okay? So, you have here F is equals to 0i minus 80J plus 60K. Okay? So, para makakuha ako ng moment about point B, kailangan alamin ko rin ano to. Okay? Ano yun? Yung RBD. So, I will be having here the RBD. Okay? Kung papansin niyo yung BD sa X lang naman, ano? Okay? So, from B to D, okay, so you will be having here negative 600. Okay, kaya lang, gawin na nating meter, so negative 0.6 I. Okay? Sa J ba meron? Wala. Okay, and then sa X. Okay, kung papansin niyo yung distance nilang dalawa, ha? Again, kung nalilito kayo ng ganun, pwede nyong gawin. You may have it on the coordinates. So, kukunin nyo yung coordinates nito. So, again, ano yung coordinates nito sa X? 0. And then, sa Y, so that's around 0.4. And then sa Z is 0. Ang B, sa X is 0.6. Sa Y is 0.4. And then sa Z is 0. Okay? So, B to D, head minus tail, 0 minus 0. So, 0. J pala dapat. Baliktad. Okay. 0 minus 0.6, negative 0.6 of I. 0.4 minus 0.4, 0. 0 minus 0. So, 0K. Okay? So, para malaman na natin yung pinaka-couple, so we will be having RBD, and then cross product of our F. Okay? So, lagyan natin. Okay. So, you will be having here the RBD. So, I. And then, yung R natin, ano nga yung R natin? 0, negative 0.6, 0, and then you have your 0. So, ang F natin, 0, negative 80, and then 60. So, you have here J and then K. Then, uulitin natin yun, I and then J. So, negative 0.6, 0, 0, negative 80. Okay? So, unahin muna natin tong I. So, that would become 0, 0I, plus 0J. Okay. So, negative 0.6 times negative 80. So, that is positive 48 of K. Okay. And then, minus natin. Again, sa pa-I naman. So, 0I. Okay. And then, 60 times 0.6. So, negative 36 of J. And then, last, plus 0 of K. Okay. So, i-minus natin 0 minus 0. So, you have 0I. 0 minus negative 36. So, that is positive 36 of J. And then, 48 minus 0. So, plus 48 of K. Okay. So, you should get still the same answer. Okay. So, two methods. So, through the scalar form or through simple mechanics, statics, and then through the vector representation. Okay. Next, how about the number 2? So, the moment of the couple about the axis GH. Okay? So, gagawa tayo ng couple. Ano yung representation ng couple na yon about that line? Okay? So, para makuha natin yon, kailangan muna natin kunin yung lambda GH niya. Okay? So, from G to H. Okay? So, ang X representation niya, ito, distance, no? So, kumbaga, para makuha natin yan, we will be having here R, GH. So, yung distance ng X, ito. Okay? So, positive, negative. G to H, so you will be having here negative. Okay? So, parang from G, papuntang H, kung papansin niyo that is against the positive X, so you will be having here negative 0.3 of I. Okay? How about the J? Okay? Wala, kasi yung G and H lies on the XZ plane, so technically, wala kang change sa Y direction, so plus 0 of J. On the H, meron, no? So, from G to H, umangat. And again, that is towards the positive Z. So, you will be having here plus 0.3 of K. Okay? So, yung, this is, ito kailangan natin. So, yung RGH natin, so that's equal to square root of 0.3 squared plus 0 squared plus 0.3 squared, or that is equal to 0.3 square root of 2. Okay? So, i-divide natin. Okay? Yung 0.3. Okay, so negative 0.3 of I plus 0J plus 0.3 of K. You will have to divide it into 0.3 square root of 2. So lambda GH. So, that would become equal to negative 0.3 all over 0.3 square root of 2, or that's around 0.707 of I plus 0j plus 0.707 of k. Alright? So, para makuha natin yung couple on the line GH, so ang gagawin natin, yung pinaka C natin, ida-dot product natin dun sa line GH. Okay? Para lang tayong kumukuha ng component. Okay? So, meron na tayong C, which is 60 kN meter. Imumultiply natin sa 0.707. So, we will be having here on the couple GH, okay, yung C natin, 60 kN times 0.707. So, that is negative 42.42 of I plus 0j and then plus 42.42 of k. Okay? So, this is now the couple on the line GH. So, yung kanyang pinaka-value, okay, kunin lang natin, no? So, square root of 42.42 squared plus 0 squared plus 42.42 squared. So, that's around 60. Okay. So, in GH. So, we will be having here, yeah. So, 60 kilonewton. Oops. Nag-same. Okay, unit vector, that's sorry, mali ako. So, sorry. It should be the dot product of the C. Hindi yung okay, hindi yung ano. Yan, wait lang. Mali tayo. Hindi siya dapat yung scalar. Oops, ayaw na. Burahin ko na lang. Or magpalit ako. Okay. So, it should be, oops, this one. And then that product natin sa GH. Okay? So, yung C natin, ito siya, no? So, 0. Okay, multiply this one. So, you have here 0i plus 36 multiplied it by 0, 0j, and then you will be having here plus 48 multiplied it by 0.707. Wala na pala to. Ano ba yan? So, you will be having here 0 plus 0, and then 48 times 0.707. So, you will be having here plus 33.94. Okay? So, that is 33.94 kilonewton meter. So, ito na yung CGH mo. Okay? And then, para makuha natin yung pinaka-vector form niya, CGH, so, you will be having here CGH and then, tsaka natin sa lambda GH. Okay? So, with that, yung CGH ko, 33.94 times natin sa 0.707. So, that is negative 23 o 24. 24 na. Negative 24i. 0 multiplied it by 33.94, 0j. And then plus 0.707 times this one. So, you have here 24 of k. Okay? So, eto na yung aking sagot sa number 2. Okay? So, dapat, kapag kinuha nyo siya, 24 squared plus 24 squared, so, you will be having here this one, 33.94. Okay? So, uulitin ko, para lang tayong kumukuha ng component. Okay, dinadot product natin yung vector ng ating couple doon sa kukunin nating line of actions, which is the GH. So, ang makukuha natin doon is our scalar form. Okay, so para makuha natin yung vector representation niya doon sa line na yon, i-multiply natin to doon sa unit vector. Okay, so unit vector doon sa GH. Okay, para makuha natin yung representation niya. Okay, so that's it for this sample problem 2.7 from the book of Python.